Okay, hold on. Perfect. Let's do it. Welcome to the early morning rise and grind here. Let me make sure everything's going to be operational here real quick. You know how YouTube streams can be a little bit there. They can get a little bit out of line sometimes. But it seems to be that this one's going to be running just fine, and I would hope so, because there's absolutely nobody awake in my area at this time of the morning. So we should be just fine as far as bandwidth is concerned. Now, let's see how we're doing here. What was I doing? Quantum processors. That's right. So, let me get in here to quantum processors and see what I need to make this. Processing unit. So, blue chips, tungsten carbide, superconductor, carbon fiber, lithium plates, fluoroketone cold. Right. So, I just realized it's also going to make the fluoroketone hot stuff, so I'm going to have to circulate the hot stuff back up to the base, which means I'm going to need one more train station right here somehow. And I don't know exactly how that's going to happen, so I think I'm going to work it underneath of that right there. But it's the last one I should need in this area, so we're going to do it. But, man, this game's a lot easier to play when you're not absolutely dead tired. So, I've got about 2 hours and 45 minutes here to play before I gotta get ready to go to work, which is a weird phrase, but I can't sleep, so I figured I might as well do something with my time, right? So, let me see here. That right there is looking decent. I think if I scoot it over, it won't fit. Yeah, so right there is where it's gonna have to be. Now, we got that one set up. Everything's good. Can I have it do this? Oh, I can, but it's super ugly. Can I do it more manually? And get something to work like this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks a lot better. Put that one there. And just for kicks and giggles, I'll go ahead and add one right here. Get rid of that one, and then there we have it. So now we have a fully functional system that actually works with that. Now I just need to figure out how I'm going to get it down to there. Didn't think that one through. That one's going to be kind of hard to do. Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. I don't figure that that's going to be very possible. Unless I do it with a ramp. Because technically speaking, I could fit one. Oh, but the tanks are in the way. You know what? I'm okay with that. For this one, to get it to work, I'm okay with that. Go ahead and get rid of those two tanks. Do this. Then, that thing can be heated by itself, so that's totally fine. Now, how am I going to get those two tanks back in there? I think if I just do it like that, it fits, right? Actually, don't need that one. Cool. So then we have that. And then we can have an output up here somewhere to make that all work. Okay, very nice. Then that will be how it gets out of there. And then we just got to figure out how we're going to get it all up there. Perfect. So this is going to be my fluoroketone hot drop. Which means I'm going to need another train. So fluoroketone. Fluoroketone, yes. Hot drop. Fluoroketone hot drop. Now, I need to go get the icon for fluoroketone hot. I don't know what it looks like. It's in here somewhere. There it is. The fluoroketone hot. So, I needed to match that somehow with the train stop color. So, I think I'm just going to make it generally greenish. Like, you know, something along those lines right there. And then add some red to it. Ooh. Okay, so we'll keep it very red, and then there's not really a good way to do it. I guess that color kind of works. It's for some reason it's kind of a blend of all those, so I think I'm okay with that. We'll use that for the color of it. So there we have it. Give me a train, and of course I need a fluid wagon. Now. It's just such an ugly color, though. I'm going to make it orange. Give me a minute. I'm going to make it more orange than what it is right now. So less blue and just kind of make it orangey. That's much better. Okay. That makes way more sense to me for some reason. Go to parking. By the way, I will be actually very impressed if anybody shows up to this stream. Most everybody that I work with in this day and age, as far as YouTube is concerned, seems to show up in the evening, like super late. Oh, but speaking of the devil, they shall come. Somebody actually is popped into this live stream right here. If they were here for just a split second, they dipped out. They probably just saw it from the very get-go there. But I'm amazed that somebody actually showed up to begin with, so I don't blame them. A little early in the morning for this kind of a process here. So, item count, no. It's full of fuel is what we need to be doing there. A little bit of brain fog with that one, but that's okay. So this needs to be empty cargo, and then I need to go figure out where I'm going to pick that up later. Okay, perfect. Now, this thing doesn't have any power. That is just fine. We'll just put a power pole right there and call it good. Beautiful. Now, give each one of these trains just a wee little bit of fuel. So, let me grab like half of that and put it in there. Cool. There we go. Now we have, each one of those has some fuel in it so that we can actually start running those things whenever I need to. Now, how am I going to get this guy? It's going to be a really ugly intersection if I do it like that. So I'm actually going to go up quite a ways. And then over. Now, which way is down? That way is up. So it needs to be like that. Actually, just put that there for now. Or to this, because that comes down. Yes. Now, I need to put a rail signal, but not that one, the other one. This one. There. And that keeps that whole thing separate. Okay, cool. Now it works as a functional intersection. A little ugly, but it functions, so I'm not too mad. Now, what am I going to do for the rest of this stuff? We're good, right? Yeah, we are good, actually. Amazingly enough. So what I'm going to do is just get the deconstructors for all the ice and stuff. Okay. The old concrete remover. Of any concrete I'm not using. And then the ice again. I should have done the concrete one first. Cool. Get them in my inventory. There we go. Now we can go ahead and do this. Scoop everything up. And they'll take care of that over time. Whenever they can, really. They'll take all this out of the way so that I'm not using it anymore. I might as well be able to use it somewhere else. So then, let's go build a farm. So, we said we were going to do that over here. And I'm okay with that. If necessary, I can always just expand this. I'd like to keep that tileable so that I can just keep expanding it across because it's mostly a fluid. So you can almost indefinitely expand this as long as it keeps up with the ice. But I think we're already keeping up quite well with the amount of ammonia we have, so whatever. Now, go ahead and get rid of that. So here's what I'll do. We will put the first one right... I'm going to make a triple intersection right there, actually. We're going to make this legitimate. But I don't need to, is the thing. Because everything's going to be one-directional. So, we'll just do it, like, right over top of that one. Just next to it there. So, just use that as a baseline. Beautiful. And I don't know how long it's going to need to be, so we'll just put it down like that, and that'll be good enough for now. Oh, except that is not the right spot. But the good news is that I can just pick that one up. And fix that problem. There we go. Cool. Put it over there. We go up. Can I just do it in a different angle, perhaps? There we go. Cool. There we have it. Now, that's not going to work as an intersection, so I have to put one of the, these guys right there. And now it does work as an intersection, except for this bit right there, which I'll just remove. So then we'll have an intersection that actually functions. Sick. Who's chewing on my stuff? That sucks. I think it's high time I send somebody up there to fix that problem, but do they have any... How many logistic robots are here? There's only one construction robot left in that entire place. Well, that's problematic. I'll go over here with this guy to fix that problem. I should just have a dedicated drain for this, but I don't. Okay, so give me some of those. 2 of them, actually. And also some of those. I should have already up there somewhere. Do I have any logistic robots? No, unfortunately not. Okay, but I do have construction robots. And I should be able to just get those placed. I'm not sure if that's how that works or not. But can you guys put those in there? Thanks. Great. 50 is complete overkill. 2 will be just fine. Thanks, actually. Like 2 of those guys, that is perfect. Good stuff. So they brought me everything I needed there. Oops. Now back to this planet. Just tell it to go up top. Just like right there somewhere. That'll work. Circuit condition. Oh, you know what? Passenger president's easier. There we go. So, here's what we should do. That's going to get up top whenever it decides to get up there. It's taking its sweet time by the looks of things. Is that legitimate? I really hope not. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, so we got that. Oh, you fool. Okay, well, I'm hoping that they will deconstruct that. Which they did. But where'd they put it? Okay, so... It bothers me you can't just put them down. You can't tell robots to just put them in there. But I can't call them over, right? Yes, sir. Okay, so then if I get rid of those... Passenger present. Okay, so get rid of that one. That guy is going to do exactly what he's supposed to do. And then I could just tell them to put them directly into the robot port. Right? Yes. Okay, so they're going to do that just fine. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this. It's not going to have the fuel it needs. Oh, crap. I really hope it can make it back up there without running out of fuel. It ran out of fuel, but I think it's actually going to make it anyway. Beautiful. Okay. Just fill all 3 of those up if you would. With the fuel that's in these. Beautiful. Now that's how you solve that problem. That's great. Can I pick those up? And then put them back down. And pick them up again. Okay. Beautiful, right? It's got the fuel that it needs. Yes. Okay, so it did that. Now everything in there is sorted. So, the fuel, we could get rid of that call for. In the schedule, we could send it on its merry way. And then when it gets back home, we'll be good to go. Perfect. Gotta love it. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And man, that is one old iron farm right there. That is such an old iron farm. Who knows how long that thing's been running. So, let me go check out this with Spidertron. Hey, can you get up there and, you know, see if there's any bugs? You do have ammo on you, right? No, you don't. Back down you go. We're gonna fix that problem. Why do we not have any of these? The old rockets. There's no rockets being made anywhere in this entire base. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? Well, guess what, pal? How do you make them? There's about to be. As soon as I can figure out how to get... I'm actually going to put it right there. That fits great. There we go. Okay, so just grab the explosives out of there. And... unfortunate placement right there. So I will move this one down. And do that. With this, then just add a passive provider chest. There we go. Now that thing has indefinite rockets. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So. Cool. Now that thing will get filled up with rockets and we can go check that out here in a hot minute. That is, just as soon as they put power poles down. Which evidently are going to take a minute to get there. Cool. Nice. And now we're going to do some speed mods. Speed modules. Where you at? Boop, 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 boop. Cool. Why not? One. Oh, I can't do that? Okay, fine. Speed mods it is then. See if I care. Beautiful. How many does this make at a time? 2? So you're telling me that thing's absolutely going to outrun that, right? Yep. Oh, boy. Can I... Did this breach if I just do this? It's close. No, that one actually does need to be there. Don't you love fixing problems remotely? Okay. Do that right there. Now, how am I going to get that problem solved? I still don't have the space I need. Huh. I know what we'll do. We're gonna move this whole thing. So get rid of that. Leave that one alone right there. Put the beacon in. Right there. Can I fit 2? No, just the one, right? Yeah. Speed beacon. Then go down here to... Oh boy, I'm drawing a blank. Okay, there we go, right here. put that one right there. With this, and put this one back down there where it's supposed to go. With that. Then have the output of that. That is going to be very annoying to get an output from. Unfortunate. We can move it though. Do it like that instead. Put this right here and then grab some rockets. Done. Now all we have to do is toss that in there. And then this thing will then do what it's supposed to do for like the rest of the time. And I'm just going to use a big power pole to power the whole thing. Done. We got it. Welcome to the stream, people. And I'm amazed that people are up at this hour of the day. You must not be from where I'm at because it is stupidly early in the morning here. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. Now, I think if I just speed mod this whole thing, that would keep up enough. Is it keeping up with it? 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it has well outran it at this point. So then put 2 speed mods in there. I want to know what the balance of this is. How fast can we make these things? Once we figure that out, we'll get back to working on a kilo here too. But I really just want to get some rockets going so I can not have to worry about this anymore. Okay. So does this keep up now? It seems to be just barely outrunning it. Yeah, it is definitely outrunning it. But you know what? By how much? Not by a terrible amount. I'm cool with that. We'll leave it running just like that. Perfect. Now, what was going on right there? Okay, okay, bye. Now, let me just get back up here and check out what we got with this Spidertron. The ammo is coming in hot, but we should be fine. Good enough for now, at least. Just send it up there to see if we actually have any enemies in that one particular spot. And then if we do, go about it that way. So, I'm just going to kind of let that thing do its thing, but I kind of got to watch it, which sucks, but is what it is. Alternatively, I could just tell it to go to, like, right there, and then just do a bunch of these movements. Oh, actually, I screwed up. A bunch of these movements, and just to strafe around a bit, and then come back down to where it was. Cool. Now, off he goes. I should get a bunch of those and just park them all right here. So that way I can just have a military of those things run around all the time and take care of problems for me. But I'm just using artillery trains to do that for the most part. So, and speaking of which, I kind of need to do that up here. Why not? Where's my artillery train at? It's always really hard to find these things. You got to turn the turret thing on to find them usually. There it is. Now, you, sir. How about you go right? That'll work. Go right there. Until you either run out of inventory. Where's the item? Empty cargo thing. Empty cargo or an activity of 40 seconds. Cool. Now. Wait, what's missing? I'm confused. What is the problem here? There's a problem with that chest? Oh. Beautiful. There we go. Now we have this area is going to get taken care of. It'll just get them off the wall, pretty much. They ain't going to like that one. Well, the wall is like, you know, alive, so we can't be too mad about that one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and automatically target like all these guys and whatnot. You know, just get rid of them and stuff. Look at that little happy face right there. See him? Anyway. Just want to make sure that that stuff is very dead. And while I'm at it, I am going to go ahead and get this one. Cool. And there's uranium right there too, which is really nice to have that close to base. Okay, well that takes care of that problem. Also, evidently there's nobody up there to shoot, so we're good. Either that or he just wiped them all out. Either way, that's totally fine by me. So we'll just go down through here and let that guy do what it's going to do. Now back to what we were building up here. So. Oh, that's fine. Now, what are we going to do with... Wait, what? That's heavy oil. I do need to check these. Blue chip does not have any use on this planet. Which is crazy, but it doesn't. That guy just doesn't have a boom stop. That's a boom stop. That's a boom stop. Okay, yeah. That's totally fine. I do need to set those up. So that they automatically run around once in a blue moon and check it. So... Oh. For real? Oh, okay. So I just need to ditch out all these. Now, the storage hub here needs fixed. Cool. Boy, oh boy, there's a war going on up here. I mean, imagine that one, but it holds, so I can't be too... Are you serious? That's... Okay, well, there. Just put one of those in if you have it. Okay. Hey, blow that up if you would. Oh, no, not you. That is the wrong thing. You go back down here where you're supposed to go. I grabbed the wrong remote. Shoot that thing. Go check out this. Okay, so that should be very dead. So those are legitimate. Cool. That should get them out of the area, though. Now, what do we got here? Oh, there's oil right there. Oil? Man, I'm gonna have to go get me some of that. Either that or start importing heavy oil, which honestly, that might be the way to go. Sick. Then what are you gonna do? I have an army of robots with repair kits that are gonna constantly mend that wall faster than you can chew through it, buddy. There you go. Somebody put a wall right there. Because they keep attacking that one spot. I want to make it bigger. Beautiful. Now, let me see what we got going on up here. I really need to start upgrading artillery and all that as well. Like if I'm ever going to do this. Hit that thing again. Cool. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to look at this wall. Okay, we're back. Now, what were we doing up here? That place is now dead? Good. Good, Anakin. Alright, send this thing off. Back to the parking, thank you very much. Now, that will let that guy go as well. Now, back to what we were doing here. Now that we can finally forget about that whole issue. And I am going to queue up some artillery issues. Yeah, I need all three of these. I need the damage, and the range, and the shooting speed, and, you know, all that. Well, the shooting speed actually is fine. I don't really need it. Now, the scrap productivity would be very nice to have, so I'll get this one pretty quick with rocket part productivity here. At least I should. Then I need to go make like a huge science district somewhere back on the main planet, but to do that, I think I should start importing heavy oil, which is kind of weird if you think about it. But if I go to this planet and I pop in one of my heavy oil crackers, which is right here, it's not that big. I mean, that's it. You put in heavy oil and water, and it spits out all the other stuff you need, right? So, if I tie that into the oil area, wherever it is, I have no idea where it is. I've lost it. Okay, it's right there. If I tie that into right there, and then just hook all the inputs up to each other, then I'll pretty much have like an indefinite source of oil, as far as I'm concerned. So we could totally just do that and start importing a ridiculous amount of heavy oil from Fulgora, being that this stuff is literally free. And we should be good in that regard, right? Because that'll give me everything I need except for crude oil for flamethrower ammunition. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's a pretty good deal. And I don't know why I haven't thought about doing that earlier. But I think I'll do just that. And then I'll have to have like a whole system for that. So we'll take care of that in a minute once we get this thing running. So here we go. First things first. How do you make one? You need processing units, tungsten carbide, superconductors, carbon fiber, lithium plates, and fluoroketone. We are going to take a screenshot of that. With a delay of like 3 seconds, hit new and hover over that. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. That might have broke the stream for, I don't know if it did or not, but so just leave that up over on the side so I can actually see the dumb thing. Now, processing units and tungsten carbide superconductor, I have all that, right? So we have carbon fiber. The blue chip thing's already over here somewhere. Yeah, blue chips is there. Tungsten carbide's there. Superconductors. I don't have a train for those, do I? Well, that sucks. How am I gonna get... I mean, I've got superconductors being delivered to this planet, but I don't have a train for them. Welp. Well, that looks to me like I'm gonna probably have to figure out a new place for a train station right here. And I'm thinking about just looping it down to here, and that's gonna be really annoying to keep up with, but that is what it is. So we'll figure out the superconductor issue here in a minute. Now, carbon fiber, I should already have one for right here. Yes. The fluoroketone cold I do, and fluoroketone hot I do, because it produces the fluoroketone hot. Lithium plates. We gotta make a lithium plate farm. Lithium plate farm is first thing. Okay, so how do you make lithium plates? Now, lithium plates, I'm not gonna need a train for, because I'm making them in-house and then using them right there. So, I can set the train up later for that. Lithium plates just need lithium, and you need holmium plates and lithium brine and ammonia for that, which is why I'm putting it right next to the ammonia farm, because I won't have to use a train for that in that case. I think I will use a train anyway, because it allows for indefinite production value, but, you know, I think I can swing that. So, holmium plates, lithium brine, ammonia. So we just need 3 train stops down right there. They're all going to be the heated variant. So let me go in here and get the train station drops. The heated train drop for fluids. So we need a fluid drop twice. Now, what I am going to do is... Oh, that's a raw deal right there, buddy. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to deal with that. We're just going to go down a little bit more. Okay, so... Now, smack one of those right there. Bingo. Can I pick that up? Did it reach? Whatever. I can deal with that. Okay, so let me just go right here. Fluid drop. I'm cool with that. Get rid of this whole thing. Ooh, no. I need a fuel drop right there first. Pick that up. Pick all this up. Okay. I need a fuel drop right there. It's very important that that is a thing. Heated train drop. Okay, there we go. Put that there. And then over here somewhere I have a fuel drop right there. Now how's the fuel drop rigged? Do I have a blueprint already set up for this? I feel like I probably do. I don't, actually. Which is strange. I feel like I should have one of those. But it doesn't matter. It'd be fine. So then that thing's going to call for the train. That guy is waiting at fuel drop right now, so he'll be over here momentarily. For now, we're just going to do that right there and then loop it up. So then this will be the output so that this is going left. Excuse me. I don't know why that's so mad right there, but we'll figure that one out here in just a second. This one's mad as well. Evidently, that's just not a valid spot for that thing to be anymore. Oh. There we go. Now it works. So, where's the train? We're gonna modify this. So that it is just those two. Okay. And we're not gonna need any of this. It is as simple as just putting that stuff right there. Okay. Get rid of that. Bend that in. We actually don't need that one. Okay, there we go. Now that thing is heated by itself. Now, powering it is going to be a little wacky, but that's okay. We can just do this right here. Bam. Now, that thing is being chewed up by something. That's fine. Now, let me go over here. Put up some rail stations. So, if I grab this and just toss it right there, looks good to me. Okay, let me see here. Third one back. So it'd be this one, right? It's that one. One right on the corner, and then another one, and there's 2 spots available. So it is, in fact, that one. How does this work? Whatever. We'll put it right there. Sure. Okay, now, let me go see what I got here. Where's the train at? Am I gonna need a second one of these or what? Why is this thing running in an indefinite loop? Oh, did I not hook this up right? There we go. Cool. Now it'll come over here. Perfect. Okay, I screwed that up earlier. Get back over here. Yo. I need you to do your job, man. Cool. Now that thing will do exactly what it's supposed to. And I just need to set it up with that read temperature, only enable if T is less than or equal to 200. Perfect. Now that's what you like to see. Now let me get in here to the old deconstruct book, remove all the concrete we're not using, and also all the ice platforms we're not using. And there we have it. So, let's go see. We now have heating for pretty much anything I need to build here. And what's the first thing I'm going to need to make lithium plates, which is lithium. Lithium. Holmium, lithium brine, ammonia. So one item and 2 fluids. So, one item thing, heated train drop. Like this. Okay. Good stuff. Pop that down right there. Beautiful. So now that all fits in just fine. And I dislike how that looks for some reason, so I'm just going to do it the other way. Missed it by 1. There we go. Perfect. So then we have that one done. And this one's going to be for lithium. No. Holmium. This is going to be drop. That's not supposed to say drop. That's supposed to say pick up. Because that's going in, right? Yes. And that's going out? Yes. So there is one train with that stop. But it is currently not doing anything. So we'll just set it to parking, and then it will do things. Okay, cool. Now, I need to go grab a bunch of resources real quick. So we'll have to take care of that problem here. This place is very expensive to build on, so... Oh, and I don't have this set up yet. Either up top up here, so I'm going to have to take care of that problem for sure. So if I'm anywhere in this area, I'm good, right? Yeah, okay. So I need to make this stuff happen right here. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do that quite yet. If I'm being completely honest with you. I need those. For sure. Give me those. So... this is going to go... it's a turbo underground belt, and I don't know what it's doing. I just put them up there because that's where they would fit. Now, what is this one supposed to be? This is carbon fiber pickup. So I need to have one right here for carbon fiber. Right? I don't already have one earlier in there for carbon fiber or anything, do I? That would be a bit of a problem. Okay, no, we're good. So, carbon fiber. Okay, so then just do this. Priority right, carbon fiber. Then how am I going to get this guy to work? So that one's the one reading all those chests right there. And then we will just loop that up here. I need one of those. So let me see this here. We'll make one of those real quick. Where's the carbon fiber one? Right here. Paste that, make this carbon fiber instead though. And then connect that to right there. And connect this to that. Okay, there we go. And do I even need that pole there then? Can I just get rid of that pole and connect that directly? Yes, I can in fact. So then that thing's now requesting carbon fiber, which is really cool that it's now doing that, because that means that this is going to get chucked directly down into there. And I don't know why there's two barrels in there, if I'm being straight up with you, so we're just going to tell it to get rid of those. And now it's not picking up any of the carbon fiber. Why? Oh. I have a solution. That should not work, right? Yes. So then this thing is going to need a heat pipe, though, is the problem. Which is a little bit annoying. But whatever, we could deal with that. So then each output plus 0 output each. And then we're going to have a power pole right there, which is a little bit annoying. But that is what it is. So then that right there will then have a fully functional system that should work just fine. Now copper up there is going to take a while. So it just requested, honestly, a quite absurd amount of copper. So let me go check all this out. It's grabbing barrels and whatnot. That's great. And we're now feeding that car with carbon fiber. Good stuff. So I'm going to need that and this again. And we're going to do an exact copy of that. Okay. There we go. And then just do this. Put this in its place. So get rid of that one. Karate writes something. I don't know what I am. Tungsten carbide is what that one needs to be. So that's going to be that little triangle there. Scoop this stuff up so that it doesn't just immediately dump that. And then do this number. There we go. Now that works just fine. And that'll get heated up. Perfect. Perfect. So then we have that one. Now we just got to switch this to tungsten carbide. And then hook that one up to there. Actually, it bothers me that that's hooked up like that. Can we hook it up like that so it looks better? It's going to make no difference to the actual machine. It is what it is. So we're going to need to put a power pole there. Would this one reach that? No. Okay. And that one's already hooked up to the entire thing. What is this supposed to be doing? It's not even supposed to be there. Okay. That reaches. No, tungsten carbide should be coming in. It is. So we are now getting tungsten carbide. 1,000 at a time. What's up with this one? Blue chips? Yep. So, I'm actually going to streamline this. I'm going to prioritize the thing here. So this is going to be blue chips. Do that. Get rid of this. Will that reach? No. So we'll just do that, and then it will. Perfect. Good stuff. Get rid of that. Bend this one down, and just immediately do that right there. Okay, cool. This is blue chips. And do I have one up here that grabs blue chips? Yes, I do. It's unfortunate that that is where it is. Because I'm going to have to make a very funky system to get that to work now. It won't have to be that bad. If I scoot this back a little bit. Blue chips only, please. Okay, so off that goes. Okay, let me go figure out how I'm going to do this here. So I need a 50-50 splitter this. Cool. Perfect, right? Now we just gotta figure out how to connect this up, which I can just do it like that. There we go. Now the rest of the blue chips will go away. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Deconstruct book for all the concrete I'm not using right there now. And for all the ice I'm not using. So that will work just fine. Now I can hook up a second thing here that requests those. And I want to keep a stash of... Turn this off. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Turn that off right here if the amount of blue chips is less than or equal to 500. I just want 500 of them in there. That's it. Now, so that should work just fine. Then that thing's going to turn off and it'll jam and the rest of it will go through. Then if I go over here to the blue chip train, then we should be fine. Because I should be able to grab one of those. Come here. Okay, there we go. Put that there. It's definitely not going to reach that. Make this blue chips. Then hook that up straight to there. Now we're going to need a pole right there just for power purposes, but we can also hook this up to it. Oh. We'll do it like this. Then that. Very, very nice. Now that will request thousands of them. Now, I don't like how this works. It is working, but it's only requesting like 42, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it should be requesting like 1,000 of them. It's due to how I have this thing set up at the base. To the point I think it would be better if I just swapped how I do my rocketry system. Because all those blue chips are being used for is rockets right now. So I could just add another station over here. I'm going to do that. That's easier. So we're going to get rid of this entirely. Run that pipe straight across. Get rid of all this crap. Who needs it? So now that's going to be requesting like an oodle of them, right? Yeah, like oodles of those things. Good. That's exactly what you want to see. So then we'll have to leave this for now. But I am going to get rid of all the rest of these. I just don't need them. I need that one, actually. Beautiful. Okay, so then we're going to need the rest of that. This pole's got to kind of move. And how can I use that to my advantage? If I just go ahead and put this back. And then that, maybe. I could do it like this. Hook this pole up to here. There. And then there. it's getting screwed up with that same output issue. So what we'll do is get rid of it there. Do this. With one for iron as well. Be a little bit of iron right there. Coal each. Plus 0. No, that thing should be requesting iron, but it's not because I think we're full up on it. Good. Now, what do we got here? The fluids don't really care, it seems. The fluids do what the fluids are going to do. So all those fluids right there don't really care. Those are all outputs anyway. So the only one, the one that matters is this one, which we already took care of. So that, yeah, so we're good. Good stuff. So now I can just fly over here and finish off the rest of these, which there's only really one more of these that I really need to worry about, per se. So, wait, what is this? This is the fluoroketone. Okay. So then we can do that right there. This thing will start getting a ton of those blue chips. I do need to go fix this before I forget to do it. To have one of those heated train drop deals. Heated train drop. There we go. And I'm going to put it... We'll make a district form out here. And just move my rocketry if I want out there somewhere. I like that. So instead of putting this here, being that we already have a fuel drop there, well, that's easy, so that's taken care of. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted, actually, to just build a giant depot right here. So get rid of this whole thing. And just put it, like, right there. I'm going to do that. I'm absolutely going to do that. Hold on. This is for the greater good. So, if I go right here and I get rid of this entire thing, which is going to be expensive. So just go ahead and do that. And this even, I mean everything. Just get rid of all of it. Okay, so then let them scoop all this up for me. Very nice. Cool. So then they got that taken care of over there. Now, I'm going to basically put that right back down here in a minute. But what I'm going to do for now is build a giant depot just for this kind of stuff. So I'll start with this one. I'll grab it just as a blueprint. And we'll just put it, like, wherever it fits, the closest spot. So right there, for example, is where we'll start this thing. Let me just see if that happens to work out with an intersection. That's probably too close. It is, and it's off by 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, so I just need to move the whole thing up 4 times. Okay, fine. I can deal with that. Cool. So, it was right there, so then 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Very good, very good. Put that back down where it was. Grab this whole thing. It's one off now. Dang, got it. Okay, so grab this entire thing again. Oops, I missed it. Grab this entire thing. Get rid of that. Create the blueprint. Put it right there. Get rid of this one. Deconstruct the entire thing except for the very top rail. Like that. Okay, grab the blueprint, put it right back down to the exact same spot. Trash this. Great. Now. So that's the out, so it actually needs to be going the other direction. Very nice. Okay. That'll work. I just don't like how this is constructed, though. Because this isn't going to work. The way it's designed is not going to work. Give me a second here. I need to manually back this dude up. Back it up. Back it up. Adios. Okay, trash this. I'll do it manually because they're not going to, evidently. Tell my trained dude to go do what he's going to do. So, we'll leave this alone. I'm okay with that. Actually, you know what? Why would I? Why am I doing this so weirdly? Why wouldn't I just put like one more from that maybe? Yeah, right there. One more from that. Can I not get it any closer than that? Like if I go one farther back, what does it look like? Okay, that's much better. We're gonna do that. Okay. Got it. Now we can trash this entire thing again. And then tell them to deconstruct every bit of concrete we're not using right now. As well as all of the ice we're not using. Just get rid of it. Who needs it? I'll be right back. Okay, now. So we got that taken care of. These dudes are just going to keep drawing in my power, so I'm just going to get rid of them so that they'll quit doing that. Now, which way is out? This way was in, so it actually needs to be the other way, like this. Because that's out, this is in. So then we'll have like that, and then we'll just go 2 more. Are you for real right now, Factorio? There we go. That's exactly what it needs to look like. So then we'll just do that right there, and then run the blueprint from over yonder back into there. That's how we'll run that right there. Now, elevated thing, the elevated turnaround, I should say, I do need to build, so I'm going to put it right there, just because it lines up well with that. And then we can just connect those 2 things up. Like that. And then everything there should get built over time. Now, it's going to take a sweet minute, but, you know, we'll get there eventually. Now, can I put one of these? Unfortunately, I still have to move this thing. That's okay. So I made a blueprint of it. Trash it. The whole thing. Boy, this is going to take a while. Get some flying robots that can help out with this, buddy. A little bit, at least, yeah. Okay. And I want the farthest one down to be that. So that's where everything's going to be. Cool. Thank you very much. And that guy will eventually try to get over there. Boy, this is going to take forever. What are they doing? They're freaking out right there. So, while they're doing that, I suppose I can build the rest of this. The heat thing is going to be taken care of there, so we're not going to need to worry a tremendous amount about this. I do need to connect this. Like that. There we go. There we have now we have like an exit for that thing. Cool. Unfortunately, the base will freeze to death if I don't get this thing built pretty quick here, so that is going to be a serious issue. Now, we could get rid of this blueprint and that one, because we have finalized where that's going to be. Now it's just a matter of time for it to actually get there. Now, the rest of that stuff, we got the rocket fuel, right? So, the rocket fuel is fine. I need to get low density structure into there, which I should have right here already. I actually don't know where that's coming from. I built that farm so long ago that I've totally forgotten. So where is that coming from? From rocketry. Okay, so that's totally fine. I'm never going to use that for anything but that, so it can just stay. So then I am going to need to use blue chip drop here, though. A place for it to take blue chips. And I don't have one of those yet, so I'm going to have to go make one. Now, one of the easiest way to do that for me right now would be just to grab one of these drops right here. Rotate it around until it fits right. Line it up nicely. And pop her down. There we go. Now that right there is now my blue chip drop. Hook that guy up to the actual thing right here, and we're good to go. Cool. Now grab one of these dudes. Where's my rail signal at? Put it right there, there, and there we go. We have that set up. Now we need, while I go down here, man, I wish I was faster, but they keep robbing all my electric power from the RoboPort. So, or the personal RoboPort, I should say. So it's time to start manually building a bunch of stuff because the robots are taking too long to do it. That's how it is. Fine, I'll go this way then. Sheesh. Okay. Perfect. Give me the rail signal now. Put it there. So that is a separate thing. And now we have a proper intersection right here. Good stuff. Now, I need to go down there and get that built as well, but I am not building that by hand. That thing sucks to build by hand. So I'm just going to go down here and get that. I could try to scoop this up, but I can't. Man, you guys are really getting on my nerves with the whole power situation here. Can you just get in my inventory? You've been flying around me for like 20 minutes. There. Nice. Let me have my own power for crying out loud. Why will this not stick? Okay. So, here's the plan of what we're going to try to do here. Once we get this taken out of there, this thing will have the stuff that it needs to actually heat itself. If I just run this, like, one of these right up through here. So, if I just, like, put that right there, and then just go above it, up there, for example, we could have that automatically set up. But unfortunately, that doesn't fit with those. So, what I need to do instead is take it out and do it like this. How far will that reach? Then this will go up into the base like it did before. While the rest of that gets heated by the actual thing itself, which is why I built that in that specific orientation. Now this... I need burners. There we go. This one and that one. We'll do this and that. Enable if the temperature T is less than 200, we'll say. Why not? 200 it is. Then read temperature. Cool. So then we have that. That's fine for Glubba. Then we'll go up through there. Now we have to figure out how we're going to get this thing heated. And I think if I just do it like this, it'd be cheap, right? That should be fine. We'll see what happens there. Oh, that was not needed. Cool. So now the Spidertron is getting over there to do his job. It'll take him forever, but eventually that'll get built. They keep getting rid of this. So I'm going to tell them to cancel that entirely. Put that back down. And then we can just let it do its thing. I'll go back and get rid of the concrete later. For now, I kind of would rather this just get built. So, you know. Could you guys, like, just focus your priorities on building the rest of the stuff that actually needs built? That would be really cool of you. Can I do it as well? How long do you think that's going to last before I run out of power again here? Probably not very long, if I had to guess. Go on, then. Go on, son. Cool. I will be right back. I'm going to let them work on this here for a second. I'll be gone for 30 seconds. Okay, so now that's built. Everybody's happy now. We have blue chips coming in hot here in just a second that we'll dump onto that same belt. Actually, a different belt to get it up to here. And we're going to get rid of this old system to do it. And man, that electricity is not keeping up, is it? Nope. Interesting. Okay, so my guys are keeping up, though. So it's just a matter of getting enough ice platforms at this particular juncture. Where am I getting my ice platforms now? Right here. There they are. Give me a ton of ice platforms. We're gonna go down here and solve this problem. I think what's happening right now is that these guys are trying to build that. That's absolutely what is happening. And I don't want them to, but I can't really stop it either. So what I'm gonna do is just turn off the electricity to those for a little bit. Like that. And then that will eventually shut them off pretty quickly, actually, so that they can't reach that area anymore. It's like I'll get rid of that one as well. And that will prevent this entire area from ever being used by their robots, and mine will build it with all the ice platforms that I currently have. Because honestly, that is going to be so much faster than anything else I can do. Unfortunately, there's so many of those things that I don't know if we're ever actually going to be able to do it unless I just spam ice platforms. I suppose I could just do that. They can tell them to pick them up later. How's that? How's that work for you? Very cool, very cool. Now that those are out of power, I can go back down here and do this again. Okay. And there. Turn mine off. Then we'll build the rest of that. Come on. Now that should help him out quite a lot. Man, this is gonna take a while though. That's the problem with building on a kilo. It takes so long to build anything on this planet. Like, unless you just do it yourself. Okay, now this is where things get interesting. Because that goes right, this goes left. So I need the output to go like that. There we go. That one needs to go away. Like that. Why is that not a separate? Oh, it is. Okay, so we're good. Totally fine. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Now I'm gonna go down here and let my guys build this stuff. That shouldn't take them too long. Oh, for crying out loud, dude. There. Get in my inventory. So then we have that taken care of. Turn that back off. They'll go in my inventory. That's where this thing is now. Grab a little bit of rocket fuel. Toss it in there. And then we should be good. Let me... Same thing up here. Cool. Give this guy some of these just so that we don't have to worry about it. Why do I not have one of those? There we go. Rocket fuel powered burner inserter. Thought you'd never see it again, didn't you? Anyway. Hook this thing up to actual power grid. I could actually do that all in one fell swoop, can't I? Nice. Very good. So now this will work. There we go. Cool. I wondered if this would happen. Oh. Your boy might be dumb. Okay, there we go. Now that should power itself. That'll heat that up. There we go. Okay. There we have it. Now that whole thing now has access to more rocket fuel to the entire base, just like it did before. Very nice. Now we don't have to ever worry about that problem again. And I can tell them to continue deconstructing all of this stuff that I don't care about. Okay. And that is now their problem, because it is what it is. Concrete remover. being that everything here is currently built. Drag it across that. Don't need that anymore. Then get the same deconstruct blueprint for all the ice underneath it. Like that. Now we're good. They should take care of that problem by themselves over the next millennia. And I am going to go over here and pop one of these down so that it makes it easier for them to do that. Can they reach that? Yes, so that is now also their problem. Sick. Nope, not you guys. Get in my inventory and quit stealing my power. Okay. Let them do their thing. So we have low density structure, we have rocket fuel, we need to hook up blue chips to the top of the base. That's it. So we just gotta get this conveyor belt right here. That one, actually. Up to the top of the base somehow. So basically up to... here. Right. So we'll just do it like that. Flip that around. Gotta get rid of this one. We're never gonna need this again. Scoot that back one time so that I can do this with it. Okay. That makes me feel a little better. That way we just have some for the grid all the time. We can do that right there. Get rid of this conveyor belt. Man, I really spaghettied that one in there to get that to fit. Okay. Beautiful. Get rid of that. And I don't even know where that was coming from originally. I think I already got rid of that part of it. I must have. If I didn't, oh well. There'll be some free belts laying there on the ground somewhere. And I'm not overly concerned about it. No, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. I actually don't even know why this is here. So I'm just going to get rid of that whole thing. Cool. Now, I'm going to manually build that. Okay, give me some concrete. It needs heat. Of course it does. Give me that. Very nice. Get rid of the first layer. Perfect. And the second one for that matter. Now they have a place to charge down here. And this poor Spidertron is going to get stuck up there. So I'm just going to send it off up there so that it can't get stuck. Cool. Now we should have everything. Everything should be running as of now. Well, I need to set this up. Forgot. Blue chip drop. Full Gora. Where are you at? Blue chip drop. Blue chip. There it is. And paste that right there. Now I'm done. There's a train. Manually stopped. Automatic. There's no place for a blue chip pickup though, so I need to call this one pickup. There we go. That's now a pickup. It now has a bunch of stuff. It's going to go to the pickup. It should get a whole bunch of those, which it already has. So it's just going to stop there for like half a second. So it'll loop back around there, go back up to the top to the blue chip pickup. Where it will pick up a bunch of blue chips, which it just did. Just trust me. So then we'll follow it, and it'll go around to the parking, which I'm just going to skip. To send it straight over to the blue chip drop. So... blue chip drop is right there. That thing now unloads a ton of blue chips. Is it hooked up to the grid? It wasn't, but now it is. Cool. Very nice. Now that's built, and we don't ever have to worry about that again. And I just have to hook that thing up to the very top of the base. Something like... Just to save some of those rails, I'm going to do it like this. Or the conveyors, I should say. Actually, I don't even need to do those ones. I can do it like this, and... Oh, I can't. Never mind. We're just going to do it like this right here. Okay. Oops. Okay. You got it. There we go. That's all we'll ever need. Pretty nice. Could you say so myself? Technically, I could split those and put one right down the middle of it, but whatever. It'll work. I'm not massively concerned about how well it works. It just needs to get hot. Like, it's not going to consume that much power. Okay. That's fine. That'll work whenever it gets built. Actually, it won't. So, I got to do that whole number, and now it will. Perfect. So whenever they actually decide to get the rest of that built, which I can kind of help out with if I go way over here. Okay, we actually got 2 builds before they had to go come back here and do this annoying thing to me over and over. And immediately draw way more power than I will ever be able to generate in this one suit. Okay. Okay, that's just reserving a little bit of space for later. That way I don't have to worry about it. That one's set to 800. This one's set to 800 as well. Yeah, all those are 800, so that's totally fine with me. Very cool. Well, go on then, build the rest of this. Oh my goodness, will you guys quit picking up that stuff? It just build the thing right here? There. Thank you. So tired of that. Like, we have dedicated robots whose whole job is to pick up that ice. Why you gotta make this so difficult for me, you know? Like, just go over there and do it. I'm officially out of juice, so I gotta call them back into my inventory here. Like so. Oh, no, just put that one there. Beautiful. Great stuff, actually. Alright. Hold on a minute. There. You happy now? Get in my inventory. Quit following me around and draining all my power all the time. There. They really need a fix for that. Give me the concrete. Don't I have like a whole thing? Yes, I do. Okay. Now they have all those that they're ever going to need. Problem solved. Good enough for me. Rocketry is now running. These guys are going to fix the problem whenever they get a chance to actually do it. I don't know why they're telling this thing to get deconstructed. Or any of this stuff under it, for that matter. So there. Now I'll go grab the deconstruct blueprint, get rid of all the concrete right here that I'm not using. Which is going to be that stuff over there, mostly. And then this one right here, grab all the ice that I'm not using, which is going to be pretty much the same spots. And let the actual robots whose job is to live here do that. Okay. Now, that is taken care of. That took way too long. But the blue chip drop is now fixed. We now have a loop-de-doop right there that does exactly what it's supposed to do. We have the rail stuff right there taken care of. This part's running. We need to go back over there and build the holmium plate drop with... how do you make lithium plates? Or lithium, not lithium plates. Lithium brine and ammonia. Okay, so I have both of those things already cooked up, ready to go. So I'm just going to take my very, very slow flight over there because I have no electrical power. I have 2 portable fission reactors in my back pocket, and you're telling me it's not enough to keep up with my legs? Okay, there we go. That's much better. I really need to get better quality armor as well. Because let me tell you what, that sucks. Quality of life of that is unreal if you can get some of that. Okay, so that's going to get heated from there. There's going to be no heat provided to that one, though. So we're going to have to kind of figure out how to get one in there. We'll do it like that. Turn this on. Let them build this. So now it's like just me building whenever I need to build. So I'm totally cool with them having it like this. That's totally okay. I'll tell you what. This is going to cause problems. I have a way to fix that. Maybe, if I can figure out where the rocket fuel is. So if that one's less than 100, or the other one's also less than 100, that was supposed to be 100, you fool. Okay, 100 there as well. That will output 1 check mark. Bingo. So we got that going on now, and that is not true for either one of those, but if I pulled... there's a lot of rocket fuel in those, so I'm just going to have to trust that that works. What if I disconnect it? Will it... Yes, it does turn on. Okay, so that's fine. That was simulating it having no fuel left. So yeah, that guy's gonna wait at parking. He's gonna take a nap because there's nowhere else to go. Good stuff. Now, with that in mind, I need to now figure out how I'm going to get it out of there. It's gotta come out of that chest. So I'm gonna move it over a bit. Do that. Cool. Oh. Okay, that's how we'll do it. Then we'll loop it right back across this entire thing. I think it'll make it, won't it? Yeah. It does. Little bit of spaghetti, but I think it's forgivable because it's a kilo. You gotta do what you gotta do on a kilo. Then do that right there. That doesn't quite reach. Oh, it needs to be over one farther. My bad. Do. There we go. So I can just grab it from my hotbar down there. Now put this there with a burner here that does that. with this hooked up to enable if T is less than, let's say 200 here as well, why not? Read temperature. There we go. Dump one of those in there so that this stuff will get down there. Maybe. There we go. And now, bingo. We now have indefinite fuel for that entire place. Now that will take care of the heating problem for like the rest of time. Now, homing in place should be showing up anytime now. Except for the fact that they absolutely aren't. Did I not set up homing in plates yet? I could have sworn I already did all those. Let me get up here and find out. Yo, homie and plates, what up? Oh, I totally did not set that up. That is my bad. Okay, so it needs to go right here. We're gonna do that. We're probably gonna have to move that as well. Get that out of here. Oops. There we go. Now that'll connect. And then put... Oh. Do that. Give me an exact copy of that. And then this needs to be plates. Chromium plates, baby. Where they at? Now, give me one of these things. Okay. Hook that up to there. This up to that one. This to there. And then I don't know how I'm going to get it out of there. Actually. Can I hook it up? Can that reach? Not quite. Well, guess what, buddy? It does now. So then we have that problem solved. That's going to start requesting chromium plates, which I should already have in orbit. There's none on the way. Do I not have the rocket working? Also, this is going to be another one of those situations where I just need to get rid of the chromium plate thing. So how about we get rid of this entirely, and I just suffer for a little while. To try to figure out how I'm going to fix that problem. Okay, so somehow I need to get chromium plates to right there. But it doesn't have to be right there. Why don't I just take it all the way up? Like... Okay, so that's getting a little dense right there, so we'll say... Right here is where I'm going to put the chromium plate drop. Perfect. Cool, rotate that around. Pop one of these down and we're good to go. Now, chromium plate drop. Then I just built one of those. Yes, sir. I'm going to go over there, make a blueprint of that, paste it down over here, and we'll be fine. Do-do-do-do. Man, there's going to be a bunch of trains in this place. Okay. We'll figure that out custom. The rest of this can stay. Yes. It's not going to quite work right because I don't have the belts hooked up, but it'll work good enough that I can fix it up here. Yo, chromium plate drop. I don't know where that is. Where did I just put it? There it is. So right here is where it's going to go. Yep. Build it, my minions! Okay. Hook that up. Just go right across. Honestly, though, that is really ugly. Could we not put it right there in that exact spot? That's much better. Good stuff. I mean that this is the main base thing. I can totally get away with just doing that. Nice. Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, it's backwards from what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Batman. Let me, Perfect. And... Whoop. Whoop. That train was really fast. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Totally. Are you for real right now? Can you not just put... Alright. Hold on. Get rid of these 2 rail signals. There. Sometimes you gotta hate the blueprint thing. Now, which way's down? That way's down, so we'll put the thing going this direction, like that. And grab one of these dudes, and then we're done. Yeah. Functional intersection. So then it'll do its job right here. It doesn't have a way to get back out of there, unfortunately. So we'll have to leave this as open. And then it still works as an intersection, but it's just going to be a little funky. So when it comes back out of there, we need it to be one of these. There we go. Now, that'll work just fine. As far as I'm concerned, that's good enough. I'm not going to make it like a full-fledged intersection. It's just going to go right back to train parking anyway. So it's just going to go back down all the time. And if it doesn't like that, it'll go right there, do a loop, and go wherever it's going to go. So it works just fine. Now, this guy's still waiting around here for the Holmium plate stuff. I don't know why it's not picking any of these up right now. Let me go check to see if it is requesting them, so that means the rocketry's screwed up. HP Holmium plates. What up? Not enough available on the planet. Really? Are you sure about that? Go to Fulgora. Holmium plates. Uh-huh. So you're telling me we have an entire bus of those, and there's lots of them right there. And somehow, that ain't enough to get it all the way up there? Okay, well fine, get rid of that. Actually, you know what? That can stay. We'll leave it there. We'll make a second one, though, that goes right here. That's gonna get a little hard to do right there. Ooh. The solution is spaghetti. Okay. As you know it. There we go. The only reason I'm doing this is so that I can get... Ooh, not that way. That's getting pretty close, but I'll keep going. I just want to have this really close to the rocket so it loads it quickly, and that really sucks that doesn't quite fit right there. So I'll just do it like a little bit more spaghetti, don't mind me. Never have enough, right? There you go. Now. Cool. Put that right there, get rid of that. And bam. Done. Now, if you're going to tell me that somehow there's not enough home input... Oh. For real? Is this whole planet out of blue chips? It for real is, isn't it? Huh. Somehow I'm not producing enough blue chips to keep the rocketry running. Okay then, that's an easy problem to fix. I don't know where they're gonna come from though. What about Volcanus? Do we have a huge blue chip farm here? Not a huge one, but we've got a lot. And I bet you if I let that thing run all the time, that we would have plenty. So, oh, never mind. We have a ridiculous number of blue chips being made. Yeah, okay. And they're also being loaded right there. Okay, yeah, so we know exactly where that's going to come from. Do Novis to build more rockets. I don't already have this before I do this, right? Blue chips from... Ooh, we do not. Why am I shipping blue chips into this place? I have no idea why that exists, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So, I'm just gonna let that thing do its job. It's been doing something this whole time. I mean, it's moving. You know what? It doesn't make any sense, though. I'm gonna repurpose this one. This is gonna go from Volcanus to Fulgora. And... we'll get rid of Gleba entirely. Can I just replace the planet? Oh, I really can't, can you? Until greater than or equal to 1.2k. I don't know why that specifically, but that's what fits in there. So greater than or equal to 1.2k. Grab those from this planet. And then go directly to Fulgora, which I'd recommend you do right now, to drop item count again. Not all requests satisfied for the blue chips. Equals 0. And that one needs to be bullets. Just greater than or equal to 500. Cool. Very nice. Now, that is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay. Pop that right there. Delete this. We're going to make like 3 more of those. What was it called? Blue chips. Volcanus to Fulgora. 2. Same thing to 3. And yeah, you know what? Same thing but 4. Now we have 4 of them. Maybe they're gonna be cranked out of here real quick. Hodgepodge Mark 2 is still hanging out up here. You got fuel? Yeah, we're good. Now, low density structure 4 is not yet built. It should be, but it's not, for whatever reason. Is that because there's not enough rockets, or is that because there's none of those made on the planet? Let me go check. Hold on. There we go. Now, there's definitely some on the planet. It's just prioritized with other things at this particular juncture. Yeah, so this is going to be a very expensive planet for me to have built that rocket on, but it is what it is, especially that I just requested that many of them. One of those railway guys is here right now, is what's hogging up all these resources. Let me go check it. You working? There's not enough. Yeah, okay, so that's fun. Now, where's the railway guys? There it is. This guy's here. What are you waiting on? A lot of stuff, evidently. That is going to be really expensive. There's no way around it. The expensive stuff is done. So, for the most part, yeah, but that's going to be expensive. You realize the rocket capacity of this thing is 5, and I'm currently requesting 500. I'm going to need a lot more rockets if this thing's going to work. But The good news is it's built, so once it gets filled up the first time, it should only use whatever I actually need to use. So from that point forward, it'll be effective. But, you know, it's also jammed right now. There we go. Are all of them like that? Nah, just those two. Because that's just because they were new, is all that was happening there. So yeah, this thing builds these in-house as well, so I could just wait a long time, and eventually it would make it with just a stone delivery. But I'm just kind of using that to see if it works. If it does and it's effective, then we'll make that happen. But this thing entirely makes the rail support foundations and the ramps in-house as long as it gets stone, which is like stupidly cheap to get up here. So, I don't know. We'll see how that works. If it ends up panning out, I might just put one thing that just permanently makes those things above every planet, so that I don't have to have that anymore anywhere. Because almost every planet has stone, and if not, like, I could get stone there. So, but this is just as easy because it's kind of like a school bus. It just or an ice cream truck. It just drives around and delivers all of the stuff here to all the other planets. So, I'd say it has plenty of rockets there, that's for sure. Now, does it not have enough space for these? It should have enough space for everything. It might not. It definitely doesn't have enough space for everything. Well, we're gonna fix that problem. There you go. Unfortunately, oh boy. Don't request that stuff, trash this. Just enough. Because those things are pretty cheap to get up here. The rocket capacity is 5. It's only going to take 5 rockets. The coil, I haven't checked on it in a while. Good question. Borgora. It's getting somewhere. It's got a few more legendaries made. These have a bunch of legendary stuff put in them. So it's made a few legendary things. And these are starting to all turn purple, so like that's cool. Once all those get purple, that'll be a tremendous help as well. So, yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. Nice. So it's picking up speed, but once we get all those filled up with legendary stuff, like pretty much when all these are legendary, and all of these are legendary, all these are legendary, except for that one obviously, and all those are legendary, I'm going to rip this whole thing out and rebuild it somewhere else so that it actually looks nice. But for now, in fact, I might just leave this thing running. Just permanently. Just let it do its thing. And I need those to get that to work, though. So once I get legendary quality modules, then I can build a farm for those things. Like a better one out here somewhere, you know, in the middle, or maybe just over here. And then just constantly deliver items like I was here. So I'm basically just going to copy this entire railway right here and paste it somewhere else. And then just have a bunch of these running all at the same time. But right now, it's a resource struggle for this thing to get it. The copper seems to be running fine. But as you can tell, I need blue chips and all that. I have every other resource, though, is the thing. So what's the holdup here, Chief? Blue chips. Right. So blue chips are definitely going to be a serious problem. Luckily, I'm trying to fix that as we speak. Because this entire planet is out of blue chips due to that thing. So I do have a blue chip pickup here, don't I? No. Actually, I don't. Well, that sucks. Luckily, roboports are all the way out there, right? Yeah, we're good. Get rid of that. Blue chip pickup. Put it right there. Thank you very much. Get rid of that one. And all that stuff. We don't want that there. That's for sure. Then do this. One more, please. What do you mean? Oh, wait a minute. I missed your other chat. Give me a second here. I need one of those ramps. Still fits. We're good. Okay, what's going on here? Got it. Now. Out. Why exactly did I build it like this when it doesn't work like that at all? Alright, something is screwed up here. We're going to take this out and I'm going to redo the rail signals. Because that ain't right, Chief. I missed. Because that one needs to go away. Give us a second. I'll read your chat. I got to focus for this here for a second because something is really screwed up with these things. Get that out of there. Oh, that actually gets caught by that one. Cool. Now, why does this... You see that? It doesn't... Hold on. Get rid of that one. That's confusing as crap to me. I don't know why that happens. Let me see what happens if I build all of them. If they'll suddenly snap into... Oh, there we go. Okay. Now it actually works right. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so then that is a blue chip pickup. And I need to do the old upgrade book to that right there. Wham. Then upgrade it to green belts, actually. Like so. Then up top, I just need to hook up one of those. Easy money. Move this out of the way over to there somewhere. Like that. I really hope it has one of those. I don't know what those things stack to, so I have to figure that out. Blue chips. There needs to be a pole right there. Specifically so that I can do... that. This. That. And this. Here we go. Bleach stick stop to 100. Plastic also stacks to 100. So yeah, 56k is fine. Okay. So, I use speed modules for the quality 2s and just use the 10 plants for the commons and the 2 for the uncommons. Wait, 10 and 2 for Q3. Oh, I got you. Using any quality EM plants also helps with quality grind. Right. So, I forgot about that. That gives me an idea. So what I need to do here, None of that's taken care of, right? We do have a train for this, right? Yes. Okay. Buddy. Oh. I was about to throw some serious shade on this system right here until I realized it was my fault. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Now. Oh, why am I doing it like that? Just. There. Problem solved. Now, I need to get better quality modules. And once I get those, I need to use those modules to get better quality electromagnetic plants. Now, I have better quality electromagnetic plants. I think. Some of them. Where they at? Those are all my quality mods, my base quality mods. Yeah, there we go. I have some blue ones and stuff here, so that I can kind of kickstart it. And I'm going to let that thing run, by the way. I'm always going to need more of those. So, I have some blue electromagnetic plants, and I got 13 of those, so I got a bunch of green ones. So I can use those to kind of help me out as well. That's nice. For now, though, I need to quit getting distracted. I need to go down here and make sure that this thing actually runs. So, Holmium Plates is now going to run, I think. I do need to fix the blue chip transport so that it was working. So I do need to go into my inventory, grab this. Go to there, pop that down, there, pop that down, there, pop that down. Okay, then go into my inventory and delete that. Then that right there will get built over time. Go ahead and return these requests on so I don't forget to do it later. Quantum chip factory is the way to go, but I need to get lithium plates for it. So I gotta build a lithium plate factory first. So, the issue is that right now, rockets are at a premium. Because of, this one. Give me a second. HP, there we go. HP. I can never find these things. There we go. These ones are causing me serious problems. Right here. Like, big time. And I need to drastically expand those. To the point I'm actually going to do that here as well. Okay. So don't allow that. Trash those. And use the inventory for repairs. Maybe. I need to get a quality mods before I can do that though. So right now I'm just going to make the quantum chips and they'll be slow. But I'll have the factory so that whenever I can just go up there and get a bunch of Prod 3 farms. Because I need to build Biter World before I can get a Quality 3 Prod farm going. And Biter World's a ways off right now. So, there we go. Now that's more like it. Turn that back on. Good man. Now back to here. What did it fill itself with? I don't even know. Just trash some more stuff. Is this thing like not hooked up or something? Like for real, man. What is going on? Is it not hooked up? Oh, geesh. How many of those do I have in there? There are 4,000 rockets in there. How about now? There's 1,300 of them. Okay, well, there's the problem. Let me go back to here. And this thing needs to chill out. How many does it have? 1,400? Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. I finally figured out why the inventory room space wasn't enough, though, but that makes me feel a little better about this rocket anyway. So, because now I can just start building around the outside if I have to. So... I could do that and just put some quality mods on that. I want to get legendary quality ones if I'm going to do that. The productivity ones are going to be really expensive to make, no doubt. So, I'll go ahead and build the quality farm first and just let it start kind of doing its thing. But then I really do need to get some productivity mods in that thing. Some nice productivity mods. Because the productivity goes up by quite a lot, right? Yeah, plus 25% for legendary productivity 3 mods. That's insane. So, you put 4 of those in there, you basically double your profit. You know what I mean? So, it'll be slow, but not any slower than it would have been anyway, because I'm not running it without productivity mods. So, is what it is. Now, is this thing actually going to start working? Yes. It seems that both of these are now going to work. It's going to be very expensive. Yeah. And that's just kind of what I was going to do there, just to kind of get it to work. I'll go full out productivity mod. That'll be the next thing I do after I get... I use so many of those. After I get the quality 3 mod thing going, I'll make a massive productivity 3 mod grinder. I'll need to build Biter World to do that. And cryogen plants will be key for that. So I kind of need to get a kilo cooking before I can do much of any of that, is the issue. So, we'll take care of that problem. Now, this is going to be just fine, though. Now, up here, how are these guys... Not that. Up here, how are these guys doing? Okay. So, that thing is now almost running, actually. It's pretty close. This one's not even... Nope. Yeah, so this one will get started. And once I have 2 of them running, I'll be okay with it. But the blue chip things are a bit of an issue right now. They're way up top somewhere, actually, aren't they? Blue chips, yeah. So, this is for going clear from Fulgora to Novus, which is quite a haul. But I also have a lot of those on Gleba, right? Like, I have a whole farm for them on Gleba. Yeah, and I've got like an endless supply of them on Gleba. So, I'm going to tell this thing to build a new space platform called Blue Chips Gleba. And I'm going to have 2 of them running from this planet. Actually, you know what? I'm going to need a lot of them. For now, I'll just have it... you know what? Screw it. No, it puts too much of a strain. I'll build 2 for now. Okay. Yeah, so go here and copy this thing again. I don't know if I still have the blueprint or not in my inventory. I didn't, so good thing I grabbed it. But then once those 2 are made, we'll have 6 total going to Fulgora with blue chips. And if that's not enough blue chips, I don't know what is. So... This thing is also going to crank through a rocket in like no time flat. So we'll be able to get it running pretty quickly. I am running out of time before I need to dip out. For today, I have about 30 minutes left, and I do have to go to work. I've been streaming this for about 2 hours now, so that'll be a decent stream by the time we get through all of it. Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know that, but in that case, I might just do it ahead of time. Now, Gleba. Yeah. Item count. Or another item count. Bullets first. Chips second. Chips. Greater than or equal to 1,200. That's 12K. 1,200. There we go. 500 of those. Oops. Greater than or equal to that. And you know what? There. That's how you copy paste. Do not turn that thing on right now. It's got to build them first. Okay. This one, it doesn't matter if it gets built. Okay, so it has everything now, right? Everything except the... Okay, there we go. Trash those. And send that one off. It'll eventually make it there. Cool. That one's done now. Now off to here. See that one? That one's not done yet. This one's going to be built in no time. Like, no time at all. Nah, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go straight up to legendary quality. That's just... I just don't want to build a plan that I have to go rebuild it for quality grinding. It just sucks to do. So... Man, this thing's really flying through these. Like, that one's also already on this build. It's building 2 rockets at once right now. You realize that? Like... Dude, that's insane! Man, Gleba's a powerhouse for making these cheap rockets now. I think I'll probably just make them there from now on. Like, these cheap rockets are so easy to make. Also, I need to do this. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, already did that one. Okay, trash everything. For the inventory space. There it goes. And by the time it gets those blue chips, maybe it'll have something to work with. It needs a couple bullets. Okay, that is the downfall of building this here. So, put that back, actually, so I can remember to take that off later. Gleba to Fulgora. This guy here needs to have some bullets from Gleba. Like that right there. Trash all this stuff. Not that. Trash all the rest of this, though. Okay. Oh, that's I did that way down, if you remember. Down there is where I did that. I lure him out of this island, and that's just where I keep him now. I kind of need to fix that, actually, don't I? Oh. Can that guy get out there? I don't want to kill him on biter nests, though. So... don't target anything. If it can't get across, I have a way to fix that problem. It's going to take a long time to build, but I do have a way to fix it. It does have a landfill in it. Okay. Once that guy gets down here, I'll be able to see it. Oh, I'm not going to put it close to the base. It's going to be up by Biter World. Yeah, that's just how it's going to have to be. How far out through here can this guy get? Okay, so it looks like we're going to do this. Do 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 do. There we go. Now he's going to be able to get out there. It's a little slow, but it'll work. I mean, I could, though. Do I got quality 3 mods in this guy? I do not. I'll do that later then. I'm not going to bother with trying to make the whole plant for that. Oof. That guy is expensive. Why do I have that? Oh, I put that there to save the iron. That's funny. Okay, well, I'll tell him to get rid of that. Oh, this thing doesn't have EM plants in it. Dang it. EM plants. Well, for now, you might as well go down here, bud. And see if you can get close enough to that to, yeah, there you go. My man. Oh, I got you. Okay, so now we go back across. Oh, actually to there first, then across. It's got to be a real straight line when you do that right there. And then back up to the yonder way until you get EM plants. And then we'll have to go back down there and build that again. Unfortunately. Now, for now, what is going on here, laddie? Oh, that's not set up. That's supposed to be homemade plates. My bad. Trash those. Come on. There we go. Now, where's the homemade plate guy at? He's probably sitting out right here because we don't have any way to get rockets. Yep, that is in fact the problem. So, blue chip guy needs to make a delivery. Blue chips. Why are we not able to fill one rocket? There's only 240 on that surface. Are you kidding me, dude? Say what now? Nah. Just automatically fill those things, dude. There we go. That ought to help out a decent amount. I mean, this farm isn't the fastest farm in the world, but it's very productive. So, I mean, it should make a decent amount of stuff over time. Once it gets to the point it's actually keeping up with the base, it'll be good. Now, this thing should be good now, right? Yeah, so it's got enough to supply itself. Get rid of those. And then I can forget about this one. It will eventually do its job exactly what it's supposed to do. Likewise here. Okay, the blue chip ones that I was building before, how are they up to? They're actually ready to go. Like, as in, they should have already launched. So, get that thing going. This one's now not quite built. It will be ready soon. I could set it and forget it, though. So, I'll add a temporary station at Nauvis for all requests satisfied. And as soon as that gets ready to go, then it'll take off to here. So, yeah. Yeah, once all of its requests are satisfied, I think we'll be okay. It'll have enough bullets, I think, to get moving. I'll risk it. I'll also give it an inactivity of something like 200 seconds. That'll work. And that way it'll give it 200 seconds to fill those up and whatnot when it leaves. So that'll be fine. Now. Once that gets built, though, right there it is. Okay. So there's 200 seconds from now, that thing will take off. And will it make enough bullets in that time to survive? I guess we'll see. If not, I'm not really out that much, so... is what it is. I am going to tell it to trash all these goodies. Cool. And I need to check every blue chip thing for that. Oh, not those. Okay. Oh, that sucks. There's no way to queue that either, is the problem. Well, okay then. I know that it looks like it's not keeping up on bullets, by the way, but it actually is, because there's some down here. So... I need to get better versions of these things too, the asteroid collectors and all that. I'm gonna need pretty much better quality everything to build that rocket that's going way out. So... but I mean, like, it's still running full tilt. Like, it is out of ammo a wee little bit right there, but it's so close to the base. I think it'll be fine by the time it gets there, you know? It'll chew away, fill itself up. And it won't leave until it gets 500 bullets anyway, so we'll be just fine. Now, when we get there, it should fill it up pretty quick. I'm just going to sit here, though, until this thing arrives. These old rockets, they just work. Like, I don't really have a need to make them any more complicated than what they are right here. They're cheap to make, and they work. So, whatever. Now, that guy's hanging out. Well, this, no need for bays. Never have needed them. It makes trips back and forth fast enough that it works. And they kind of have to move every once in a while anyway, by the way they're designed. So, it works great. Because these things, as long as they move around, like once every 20 minutes or something, maybe less than that. And, basically, they do eventually run out of stuff because the asteroids take so long to get there, because like you see how slow they move. So it's better for it if it makes constant trips, and it constantly keeps itself fresh that way. So I just keep them with no cargo bay. It just uses the hub storage itself, and it's fast enough that it works. So yeah, I just make a bunch of them. And I mean, I have a lot of ships, like who cares? You know, they all do what they're going to do. And they all do the same thing, and that's why I have this naming system that makes it really easy to find them. So, they all just do their job, and if you look at the space map, there's just a lot of them all the time. Like, they just... they do exactly what they're supposed to do all the time. It makes it a pretty consistent system, really. I mean, you know? But it just shows you how many of them there actually are flying around all the time. See, I would, but the way that I have everything set up, it's designed for small batch loads that you just get frequently. And it works better like that. And I just keep track of the whole system based off what's on the planet. Like, instead of keeping track of every rocket, I run it like a train system. So, trains, you don't care about what's in each train, right? You seriously just don't care. So you care about if every place has enough stuff. So in my mind, it's fine if I have a whole bunch of rockets, because I don't care what's on each individual rocket. So long as I go to Fulgora and I go over here and I see this is full of blue chips, I know I'm good, right? Well, right now it's not. So you start tracking it. You're like, okay, not enough blue chips, go to blue chip production. Blue chip production's not keeping up. So we look at this. It's running completely full tilt. So I just need more blue chips from somewhere else. I go over here. See, this blue chip drop isn't working either. So then you check rocketry. Rocketry's not running. You're like, okay, so now I need to go check the space map. There's nothing going to Fulgora with blue chips at all. And you're like, oh, you check all the blue chip guys right here. They're all named blue chips. Blue chips, none of them are headed even remotely moving to go to Fulgora. So then you know you have problems. Then you go to places on these planets that are producing blue chips to make sure they're working. They are, trust me. So then you just have to figure out why you're not getting blue chips. But now, you know, this one is. So it is on the way to pick up blue chips. These guys are all hanging out waiting for blue chips. They're grabbing it from the wrong planet, though. So then you know this one needs to be grabbing it from this planet. Like this. And then when that one gets there, it also needs to be from Volcanus. So now, if I go to Volcanus, I should see a lot of blue chips get delivered. Now, these ones do need to be coming from Gleba, but there's not enough to fill one rocket, which is why I only made 2 on this planet instead of 4 on the other one. And then you go over here to Volcanus, like this. And, oh, you totally could with an ice cream truck like that, but to me that's so slow, I prefer direct shipment all the time. Man, this thing is flying right now, but it's also running out of blue chips. Well, like I said, painful at first, but once the whole base gets caught up with blue chips, it'll be fine. I won't ever have to worry about that issue again. Off it goes with blue chips. Oh, you totally could, yeah. Yeah, the ship I have, they're kind of slow, but I constantly, so you're just keeping it stocked on each planet, and I prefer to keep it stocked on the ships, is the difference. The ships just float around above the planets, like just sitting there waiting to drop stuff off. The ship is the storage, which prevents me from having to build massive storage units on the planet. And in places like a Kilo, that's great. And places like this doesn't really matter, but it was really helpful up front, and that's just how I've run rocketry since. So that's why you see me build these weird terminals that look... This is a bad example. This is the one planet I haven't done it on yet. That looked like this. And basically, it's just a whole bunch of these things, you know? So basically, I have this system set up to where it only calls whatever it needs, and then it delivers that stuff as it needs it. Now, this is just running it off of robots, which is kind of a bad example as well. But if you go to this one, it's set up right. So, are you for real right now, buddy? All right. There. Build your stuff and be happy. Off you go. Now... Oh, okay, so you just constantly circle the ship. And the difference between you and me then is I just build one and it goes and sits there. Like you can see this. Look how many are sitting right there above Gleba. There's bioflux, rocket fuel, blue chips. That's going to a different planet. Why is that one hanging out here? Excuse me? Oh. Got lucky there. So calcite needs bumped down one time. Oops. There we go. Now calcite should never jam like that again, and we should be fine. Off it goes. So that was taken care of and stuff like that. If you look at each one of these though, this one's probably jammed as well. Oh no, that one's supposed to be here. That's fine. Yeah, that's what the naming system comes in clutch, because you can tell if it's supposed to be sitting there or not. If it starts with Gleba or ends with Gleba, you know that it's supposed to be there. But like the low density structure guy right here is not supposed to be there at all. But it's just not getting built. So, what's up with that, Chief? Pause thrust. Oh, it just wasn't ready yet. So go ahead and trash all this. This is supposed to have been running a long time ago. I should probably check each one of these on each planet. Just to make sure that they're all actually running. Gotcha. So you could with science as well. The only science I don't like doing that with is Gleba science for obvious reasons because of the spoilage. But I still do it, and it just trashes the stuff and flies back if it runs out. But it is what it is. So the thrusters, they should be coming up here real soon. So I built this one up here forever ago, and it's been protecting itself ever since. But is it on the way? Okay. There it is. There he is. Okay, well that guy's been waiting to get fixed for a long time. Off it goes. No, that's a test rocket. That guy I just had to keep an eye on. That guy I want like that intentionally. Okay, cool. Back to the space map. Check this one. Oops. The fluoroketone guy from a kilo to glove has got me a little bit worried. I don't know why. No, it's supposed to be there. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so the rest of those are totally fine. This one is totally fine. This one, Orange Science. Yes, all those are good. This one. Yep, they're all good. So now we're happy. Everything's running. That guy's on his merry way. And we're good to go. Now these ones have a lot more storage than the other ones do, but you get the idea. Awesome. It's okay, so we have a few minutes left here. And the holmium plates issue is still what we're after, isn't it? Are blue chips on the way? Yes, some blue chips are on the way. So that's cool. Two of them were on the way. I could. You totally could, right? That'd be awesome. Like, just make blue chips and drop them to the planet. I've never thought about doing that, but wait, what's in a blue chip? Sulfuric acid, electric circuits, and advanced circuits. So you'd have to get plastic up there somehow. Plastic you could get with coal, petroleum gas. You could you coal liquefy on a space platform to get the plastic is the question. If you could, then you could make the red chips and stuff like that to make the blue ones. Because you need sulfuric acid, but you could get sulfur. You could do it, right? You could make blue chips entirely in-house on an asteroid. That's actually that's actually pretty awesome. The only thing you couldn't get then is tungsten carbide. The fluoroketone, you would lose fluoroketone as you did it. And lithium. Yeah, that's awesome. So blue chips, I might try to do that just for kicks and giggles. I might just make a rocket that just flies around making blue chips and drops them whenever it gets somewhere. Like, that'd be awesome. And like just have it do a big loop just all the time, just flying around, you know? But that'd be awesome. Get rid of that. Now. Get that one too. Now. I am running out of time here. I've only got about 4 minutes left, which is why I'm just kind of waiting around for this to kind of show up. Because this guy showed up, immediately tossed out like 100 chips. Let me go check Gleba, or Fulgora here, and let's go see if it worked. So the blue chip thing did work. It was unloading them and everything. Right now we're out of power. That's a bit of a problem. How are we out of power? Oh. Perfect. It just doesn't reach. There. Build those. Problem solved. Okay. Right. Which you could do. But why would you not? Yeah, just make the plastic from the carbon chunks. So there we have it. Now this thing isn't ready yet. Yes, it doesn't have enough chips. See, each time it does that, it's gonna have a trip of 4 of those things. Make a trip. That's a lot. It's a lot of chips. To the point that I'm tempted to not have to do that, but it's such a great thing to have. So the blue chips one. What's up? What's up here, Doc? Okay. No, we don't have enough chips yet, but the other one did. So send it in. Get this thing rolling. So this is going to be a very expensive travel. Luckily, it should be fun. Send it back. That guy's about to get here. Send that one off. What about you? Send you off too. So once these things get full up on bullets, we'll be fine. It just takes a little bit for these things to kind of pick up steam. Literally sometimes. Totally could. And honestly, if you're getting free resources from space, I mean, why wouldn't you just use the simple one, you know? But like, watch how fast this stuff drops out when it gets here. It'll show up and it'll just chuck 1,000 of them like immediately. Okay, there it goes. There goes 1,000 of them. Take those as well. Thank you very much. Back to Volcanus with you. No time wasted. And then we go back to here to Fulgora, and it's just going to chuck them all out. As soon as they arrive. Done. That's awesome. That it works that well and that fast. Then all those will just go down the belt till they get over to there. Go straight into the actual storage system. And hopefully that thing will get 1 train load full of them. Just 1 would be ideal. Now I do need to have this one prioritized. This blue chip drop needs to have a slightly higher priority than the other one. Because I care much more about rocketry than I do everything else on this planet. So we got to make sure that that happens as soon as this gets delivered, and that will give me enough rockets for like 1 billion years if I get enough to fill that thing up one time. So it shouldn't need that many of them. Okay, so it's requested more of those. Blue chips is already... You can see why I built 6 of these things. Blue is already on the way. Why is this one just hanging out on Fulgora but not dropping any of the... Oh, it's not there yet. Right. Right, it's on the way. So that was not the correct one. Blue chips. It's waiting on Gleba. Not enough on Gleba to do it. So it's already headed back there to get to more of them. This is on its way to drop off some, so is this one. I'm tempted to build like 7 of these things, but you know what? I think I'm going to build 2 more of these. Wait, do I have 2 of those in my inventory? Crap. Okay, go to Gleba. Oh, actually, can I build it above Volcanus? Nah, it's tapped out on rockets right now. Hey, what up, Alejandro? You caught me literally. My alarm went off to end this stream, so you literally got here right at the end of it. But Volcanus to Fulgora 5. Cool. To Gleba then. New rocket platform, if you would. 2 more of those. Okay, let's do Fulgora 6. Oh, what up? How many times are you gonna change your name? You make this hard on me, alright? Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, we gotta get 1 of these in the stream, alright? Hringingy. Hringingy. Wait, Hringing. Hringingy. That's it. I got it right there. Hringingy. Yeah. So, let me go over here real quick and grab this. Whoosh. Boop. Pop. Bink. Come on, build the second one here so I can. There we go. Bink. And do this. Request 100 bullets from this planet. Bonk. And this one as well. 100 bullets. This planet. Bonk. Cool. Off it goes. So yeah, we got that taken care of. Now that'll work. We'll get 2 more of those running. Fulgora should eventually have these things. It'll take a while by the looks of it. But once they eventually deliver enough chips, it'll be a constant loop. So it should keep up. I mean, you can. I prefer you pick a different track. I've played Cantaloupe Bay a lot recently. But just pick something. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Now, we got that taken care of. This is coming in hot. Going back to the place. This is coming in. That's the problem. It takes forever for it to get here. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Unfortunately, all my blue chip factories are off-world. So, I'm hoping that Fulgora is able to also supply itself with... I could just go make an entire other scrap production facility. Like, I could just go build a second copy of that somewhere. What do you think? You think I should do that? You think I should just copy this whole thing? I mean, the entire thing and just paste it somewhere else? Wait, what do you mean the stream was hidden? Wait, explain. What do you mean by... Oh, no, I posted that. Oh, wait, did I not? Hold on. Did I not make that public? Give me a second. Did I never make that public? No, it's a short. It's a short on the channel. I don't think I don't think it will allow me to post this. Let me see if it does. In the old YouTube stream here. Let me see if it allows me to post this in there. Oh, it works. Okay, apparently if you're the stream owner, you can post those links. But, yeah, there you go. Yeah, right there it is. There's a short. Right? It is that one, right? Yeah, that's it. There you go. I posted it as a short just to see how it would do, and it worked. I posted 2 of them like that. So, yeah. Oh, wow. Is that already built? That's nuts. It's already built. Okay, well, I mean, as soon as it gets that bullets, then we're good to go, buddy. You could do it with stack inserters and whatnot like that. But the problem is with stack inserters is you don't know what you're going to get out of them. So it'd be kind of hard to do unless you somehow tricked them. And I don't know how you would do it, honestly. The thing I need is chemical plants. Give it a second. Okay, there we go. Stack inserters would be a good call if you were trying to sort it like that. But it jams, and I do need to make one that does that, because it would be extraordinarily faster for me to do it like that. Okay, so these need 100 bullets. There's not enough here to make them. Actually, you know what? Cancel that. And automatic. Off it goes. That one's now ready to go. And this one, the last thing I need to do is get these 100 bullets. So, how do you know? Without the jamming. You know what? I really don't have time. I gotta go to work. But as soon as this gets here, if you could explain it in the time it takes this rocket to get here with 100 bullets, you could do it. So type fast. But the thing about it is look at these guys. Ooh, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get it. Anyway, but so yeah. I need to figure out how that works, because if I could build stack inserters based off that exact design that I have, which is, I'll show you here right before the end of the stream, then I would totally do that with stack inserters. I would take the time to set up the circuit controlled stuff for it. But right now, it jams. So, I guess you could read the contents of the thing, and if it's not the thing that's in the hand, then you could do it like that. Okay, thank you for the 100 bullets. Send that thing to Volcanus. Whatever it can. Right now, it doesn't have anything to launch itself with, so it will eventually, though. So I trust that it'll eventually do its job. Cool. Alright, that's it. Okay, so that's cool. So, anyway, here's the thing. I have to change this a little bit to get that to happen, I think. But we can make that happen. Well, we'll have to do that next stream when we did that. I'll do it. Oof. I can't do that, though, because I need to stay here and finish this thing with quantum processors, so we'll have to figure that out later. I am very tempted just to copy-paste this whole thing over to a different island somewhere, though. And let it eat. I mean, just wherever it'll fit, pick an island, build one. Like, we have the scrap. That's not an issue. Ever. So, you know, we can make that happen. Anyway, that's a problem for next stream. We'll have to make that work later. I do need to go to work. So, oh, I know. And I think it would fit in that same space pretty much all the time. Oh, I'm in the wrong planet. But, you get the idea. It already does kind of stack a little bit. Some of it's stacked, but not all of it, you know. So, yeah. Because right now, the total issue with this thing is it jams due to all that stuff. So there we have it. Okay. Now, how much of this do we actually still have here, by the way? Oh, wow. We got a lot of that stuff, but the good news is rocketry should be going now. Yes, it is. Okay, stream's over. That's it. We got all the bunch of blue chips got delivered, and as a result, we now have rockets launching all the time. So that will give me plenty of those. It just dropped 4,000 chips in that place. That'll at least give me like 100 rockets for... That should get me by for a good while. Oh, I lost connection for a second. So yeah, we got that running. This is fine. And I'm going to let that thing just roll now. It's sitting up full gore, don't have enough, so send it back. This is just temporary to get this to run. This is good now. And that thing will be ready to go in the near future. So that one's sitting at Volcanus right now, waiting at Volcanus to get him imported, but it's not going to get from the right planet. It's stuff at Gleba. It just doesn't have the stuff to launch. Okay. This one needs to go as well, but it doesn't launch yet either. It is pulling it from Fulgora. So one last check to make sure I'm doing all this right. This one is pulling it from Fulgora. It's supposed to do that. It's currently sitting at Nouvus. Good. This one's supposed to pull it from Gleba. It is. It's sitting at Gleba, waiting to pick those up, but there's not enough on the planet. Oh no, it's headed back to get more. Okay. This planet is picking up from Gleba. It's supposed to do that. It drops them at Fulgora. It's on its way. This one's supposed to pick them up from Volcanus. It is doing that. It's on its way. This one is supposed to pick them up from Volcanus. It is doing that, and it's on its way. Volcanus, supposed to, on its way. Volcanus, waiting at Volcanus to pick up a bunch of them. And it's on its job, basically. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to. Gleba here is doing just fine. And it should be sending them off soon. This one is doing that as well. Right? Volcano. Oh, I didn't check something. Yeah, okay. And this one is picking them up. Okay, so everything's good. Everything's working. Volcanus right here is good. Probably need another blue chip farm at some point. Likely. I do need to start requesting... set this up to get foundation by the 500. Use filters. Foundation. Trash those. Limit that to this many. Set that to 100. There we go. Okay, now this thing will get foundation. Cool. I know, dude. You need so many blue chips, though. It's crazy that I need more blue chips on Fulgora, but it is what it is. So, eventually those rockets probably won't be useful because we'll go fix the scrap system. But for now, that'll get me by so that I can build the farm I actually need to worm with. So, yeah. There's stone being delivered. Yeah, blue chips is there. It's not slow, but it's not fast enough either, is the thing. You know? There we go. That's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry for the person who literally just joined. If you're somebody new, you got here right at the end of the stream. You should sub so that way you know when the notification bell when the stream comes on. Anyway, sorry, that's my shameless plug for the stream. Anyway, that's it. When I get back, I need to stand over here by this thing so that I remember to build it when I get back. And after that, we'll be good to go. I know they don't need inserted. I put them in there so that I can control the storage easier. And that way I save the storage space in the thing. I'll explain. So basically, what I need to do is right here, I preserve the space of this big storage hub right here And I just request like 100 things. And then I dump them into this chest so I have a whole bunch of storage. So this essentially frees up storage space for these guys. And I know that's kind of a waste, but that's just how the system's always worked. So I put them over there and it works. So yeah. It makes it happen. But can I trash unrequested out of this as well? That'll be great, thanks. Cool. Done. Nice. No, we have a bunch of storage space again. Nice. Okay, that's it. I seriously gotta go. Okay, why are people joining the stream now? Hit the stupid notification bell so you know where the stream starts. Alright? I'm serious. I gotta go, though. Okay? Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Turtledude. Peace out. Bye. This is that weird part of the stream where there's a stream lag, so I gotta wait a little bit. You know? Anyway, I'm kind of hungry. I gotta go get ready, throw some work clothes on, and drive over to work. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Probably later today when I get back. If I'm not dead tired, I'll probably be dead tired, so I might not do that. No promises, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. We're hanging out for a little bit longer, just until the stream gets in there. All right, that's it. I know you're caught up. I'll see you guys later.